Elizabeth Warren is no stranger to exposing fraud, and today she exposed Trump's fraudulent meddling with the Federal Reserve. I'm going to show a couple of powerful videos of Warren completely annihilating Trump's nominee to the Fed, Stephen Marin, in what is a stunning takedown of yet another Trump toady whose nomination is part of yet another Trump scheme to ruin the economy. Trump has been trying to personally control interest rates since he came into office. First, Trump tried ordering Fed Chair Jerome Powell to lower interest rates, but Powell told Trump to take a hike. Then Trump told Powell to resign, but Powell told Trump to take a hike. Told by his advisors that he didn't have the support of the markets to fire Powell, Trump moved on to a new strategy, replacing board members with his personal toadies. To no one's surprise, Trump went on a witch hunt and targeted Fed Governor Lisa Cook, who just so happens to be black. We all know Trump has no problem with black women. Trump had his hand-picked director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, Bill Pulte, come up with a supposed proof that Cook claimed two properties as a primary residence. And yes, the irony of the 34 times convicted for mortgage fraud Trump accusing a black woman of mortgage fraud is not lost on some people. Trump's scheme would have been a little less obvious if he had not told reporters last month that we'll have a majority very shortly. And part of that majority is Trump sycophant Stephen Marin. Now, the biggest irony here is that Trump has so wrecked the economy with his tariffs and his chaotic administration that interest rates are probably going to have to be lowered anyway. But the most important thing for Orange Julius is that the Fed be under his command. And so Trump has nominated Stephen Marin to the Fed. Marin may have voted for an easy confirmation, but Elizabeth Warren just smashed those hopes to smithereens. Warren grilled Marin, not about Fed policy, not about tariffs, not about the ability of crypto to circumvent embargoes, but about personal integrity. And Marin failed big time. Watch as Warren eviscerates this complete and utter poser.
Dr. Myron, let's start with an easy question to show that you have some independence from the president. Easy yes or no. Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 presidential election?
Joe Biden was certified by Congress as the president of the United States.
Right. So did Donald Trump lose that election?
As I just said, Joe Biden was certified by Congress.
Did Donald Trump lose that election? Can you say the words Donald Trump lost that election? Are you independent enough to say that?
The Congress certified Joe Biden as president
all right.
of the United States.
So that was one. Let's try another.
Now, the beauty of Warren's responses to Marin's BS answers is the way in which it decimates the illusion of an adequate response. Marin was prepped by White House professionals who told him to say, like an automaton, that Joe Biden was confirmed by the Congress as president, the standard phrase which every Trumper has used when asked this question. All that careful prep was wasted, however, when Warren used that response to prove that Marin has no professional integrity. But Warren was not even remotely done. Watch her deliver this knockout punch when she asked about Trump's firing of the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. She sets a trap and this fool walks right into it.
Do you agree with President Trump that the BLS published fake numbers to manipulate the outcome of the 2024 presidential election?
Thank you for the question, Ranking Member Warren. Look, the data quality from the Bureau of Labor
Statistics. That's not the question about the data quality. Did, as President Trump said, the BLS publish fake numbers to manipulate the outcome of the 2024 presidential election? This is what President Trump said. Is he right? You're the head of the Council of Economic Advisors.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics data on various measures has deteriorated steadily in quality over time.
I understand that you may have questions about the data quality, but I want to remind you that when the data seemed to show that Donald Trump's jobs numbers were doing well, I didn't hear you say a single word about problems with data quality. The only time you started questioning data quality was when the numbers started showing that Trump's economy was headed in the wrong direction. Okay, in other words, just
how
two
that
straightforward questions about your independence, and you've blown both of them.
Warren's questioning was a prime example of how to expose both Trump's nominees and his schemes. Warren proved Mirren lacks personal integrity for a reason. She doesn't just want to expose Mirren. She wants to expose how Trump's schemes are ruining the economy and this country. Others should watch and learn, because with Warren, school is in session. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.